Claire Freedom-Stein. Come join me for a day at Disneyland. It was wet, it was wild, it was emotional, it was a blast. Let's go have a day of fun. Good morning from, I don't know about the happiest, definitely the wettest place on earth. We are back in Disneyland. I couldn't have picked worse weather for Disney 100. We are here for Disney 100 and today I'm going to be recording on this GoPro because it's waterproof and we're going to need waterproof. The day hasn't started and my toes are wet. My sneakers are wet through and we have just walked in the gates, so it's gonna be a wet day. But it's a great chance for us to explore what can you do on a rainy day at Disneyland. Now, I was gonna check out all the Disney 100 stuff, fireworks and parades. I don't know if that's gonna happen because it is scheduled to be like this all day. But we do have a character breakfast at Plaza Inn, so that's not a bad thing. We're also going to be checking out the Emporium because we're going to need warm weather clothes. Oh yeah. I gotta say, even in this weather, feeling pretty magical. Still got my happy Disney smile. It's like a welcome show with a dedication.
As we celebrate 100 years of the Walt Disney Company, we are presenting a century of story.
Welcome to Disneyland. Oh my God. Yikes, people are running. We are starting our day going through the castle into Fantasyland. This is scary. I haven't seen a crowd do this in a while. Look at those banners. Oh, look at the detail. So cute. Morning guys. Yeah, even in the rain, it's magical. It's so magical. I can feel it. Okay, I see the line for Peter Pan. Let's jump in. It does not have lightning lane. We're getting in. So Peter Pan is an absolute classic. It gets the longest lines in the park. It has no lightning lane, so it seemed a really good place to start our day here at the rainiest place on earth. And that is its official new name for today, the rainiest place on earth. Hey Nana! Here we go! I'm 44 and it's still magical. Okay, it is 8:19 and we are on to our second ride, which is Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It's currently got a 5-minute wait. It could be that it's early, it could be that it's the rain, we'll see. But we're gonna go for a wild ride. Was it a wild ride? Yeah, it really was. You saw the twists and turns. All right, we are going to quickly, before our breakfast, we're doing really well. We're going to head down to Mickey's Toontown, which isn't officially back open as yet. They have been doing a massive refurb. It wasn't open in September, but what they have opened is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which, yes, I've been on at Disney World, but it gives me a sneak peek of Toontown, so it's got to be done. Now for me, this is extra exciting because I haven't been in Toontown since I was 16, 17 years old, and I'm now 44. I'm not even going to do the math. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Now, you're right, she's right. I was just talking to a cast member outside. This looks very different to the Disney World version. The chipmunk trap, I love that. It was all started by a mouse, yes it was. These are so cute. Oh my goodness. I feel like a VIP right now. I'm in the lightning lane. There is nobody. Nobody. So I'm taking my time, taking pictures and stuff. It's amazing.
See you later. Nothing can stop us now. Yes, yes.
Well, that's cool. The magic band is glowing in Mickey and Minnies. Missing out on the reopening of Toontown by just a couple of weeks, but I can't wait to see Mickey and Minnie's houses back and Donald's boat and all of that. So, right, it is 10 to 9, so we've done all that in 50 minutes. We're gonna go have breakfast with Minnie and friends. Welcome to the Plaza Inn. It is Minnie and Friends character breakfast. It's a buffet, and currently in the room with me is Daisy and Chip and Dale, so you can imagine how welcome I am, and Pluto. There's 4 of them here. I've also seen Tigger and Pooh Bear, and you meet Minnie first. Oh my goodness, so many. Hi Pluto, you being a good boy today? Morning Dale, how you doing? Now listen, is there anything on that buffet that looks good to you? Did you see anything nutty this morning? You did? Oh my goodness, all the treat in your cheeks. Every time, every time. And we just saw each other a couple of days ago at Alani. You know, we flew over and you were having all the macadamia nuts and coconuts, and now you found more nuts. Smart chipmunk. You just go where the nuts go. All right, so let's take a look at this buffet, because I saw 4 characters really fast and I didn't get a chance to really take a look at the food. I just grabbed a mini waffle. So this is the space we're dealing with. If you're familiar with Disney World, it's going to feel like Crystal Palace. And if you're familiar with Paris, it's going to feel like Plaza Garden. We've got drink stations right here, from juices to soft drinks, tea, coffee, hot drinks. Over here is where you're going to find your mini waffles and French toast. We're just going to take a really close look at those mini waffles. Don't they look good fresh out the oven? Very nice. In the middle section here, we've got some pastries, croissants. We've got Jello. I'm not judging if you have Jello for breakfast. Fresh fruit. And then on this side, we have yogurt, granola, and more fruit to have. And then right next to your waffles and French toast is where you're going to find your hot section, plus an omelette station with all the good stuff. Here you go,
Thank you so much. That's it.
So the characters do switch. There's Pluto that we saw before. We've had a little meet with Pooh Bear, who did a message for Lexi. If you see my previous vlogs, you'll know how much Lexi loves Pooh Bear. My daughter and Tigger right here. We're going to meet Tigger in a minute. So there is a lot of characters here at the Plaza Inn, and the food is good. So it's a solid choice for breakfast. Hi there, you seem to be very bouncy this morning. I saw dancing. Is it the bouncing that Tiggers do best, or the dancing? What do you think? Both? Just like Tiggers are the best at everything? That's what I thought. Morning, Chip. Superstar chipmunk. The smartest chipmunk? Are we the smartest chipmunk? David here was sitting, waiting to take someone for a ride down Main Street, so that's what we're doing. I do feel like a VIP riding in this. It's a great way to travel down Main Street. Alright, so back where we started, but so much to do. Great moments with Mr. Lincoln. This has a ton of history, and it's only right to sit on the Disney 100 because this animatronic was one of the absolute first. And they've also got an exhibit here. Disney Gallery presents Disney 100 Years of Wonder. So let's go check it out. All right, coming into this building, immediately you are hit with nostalgia. So this is one of the horses from the Griffith Park merry-go-round. And this is the bench that Walt sat on every time I say it, I choke up. The bench he sat on watching his daughters on that merry-go-round, wishing he could do something with them and that there should be a place. And we got Disneyland. So these two, what look like very simple objects, actually are incredibly special, and that's why they are behind ropes. So this exhibition features some of the historic attractions in Disneyland, from the Finding Nemo submarine voyage to Peter Pan to Snow White to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, Storybook Land in Casey Jr., and this elephant, which is actually the closest to the live action film that came out a few years ago. He is very, very cute though. And if you've ever looked at the plaque as you walk into Disney, a Disney park, you know, they have it at Magic Kingdom and they have it here. They talk about yesterday, today and tomorrow. This demonstrates your yesterday, today with Galaxy's Edge, and of course we're just a couple of weeks away from Mickey's Toontown. So this is where Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln is, and there's a little pre-show right now, but we are going to go in and see it. I won't be recording because it's just not right, but we're going to see this historic animatronic.
The final result is so lifelike that you might find it hard to believe. Now let's go into the Opera House and listen carefully to the words of Mr. Lincoln.
So from a British point of view, you know, I always think my American friends are going to be upset. I always think there's a level of pomp and ceremony with the Americans celebrating themselves. However, skill level, and that Walt Disney had his own hand in the animatronic, in Mr. Lincoln, in this attraction, and he did it for the 1964 World Fair, came to Disneyland in '65, and for that reason alone, if I'm here to see Disney 100, it's only right that I see Mr. Lincoln, and I did enjoy it. It's a 15-minute run time, so make sure you have spare time in your day to do it. But on a wet, cold day like today, perfect. Surrounded by this gorgeous 100 exhibition too. In Town Square, this might be one of the most important things of all. This, above the Disneyland Fire Department, is Walt Disney's own apartment. Yep, it exists. This was his space, and the light has been on ever since he passed. Well, almost. A cleaner tried to turn it off once, and it came back on by itself. So was Walt here the whole time? Is he watching over Disneyland? Who can say? But that's the story. Alright, so let's try and do a quick coverage of the 100 years merchandise. Some of it has sold out already, unsurprisingly. But we have the cute plush toys, children's apparel here, the cutest little set down there for kids, classic t-shirts, very cool design, but only a few left here of these. I would have actually bought that one, but only teeny tiny sizes left. We have the long sleeve and the spirit jersey. These ones are actually coming home with me. Baseball cap, hat, and the 100 ears, which are gorgeous actually. I like them so much more in person. I won't be buying them, but we have 100 anniversary Crocs. Medallion collector book. I'm not familiar with the medallions, but there is a collector book. A range of character pins with 100 on. And then we have quite the Oswald collection. If you remember, before there was a Mickey, there was an Oswald. So he is everywhere. And over here, some very cool Oswald stuff right here. Uh-oh, Disney 100. Now these soap dispensers, we know they give the little Mickeys. Big mug here. Closer look at the water bottle. Ooh, ornaments. And some confectionery. When you see an item, you're like, I don't need it. I still have from the last celebration. So no, I don't need it, but I really want it. This is gorgeous. This Disneyland pillow. And the purple and platinum theme continues throughout this. And the most stunning little snow globe. That's really beautiful. The characters have come out into the sunshine, which is fantastic. There's a bucket Goofy right there. Goofy looks so dapper in that outfit. I love these colours. He looks so cute. Again, I don't need it, but look how pretty it is. And this is the less fancy one, but that is gorgeous. All right, we are heading into Tomorrowland. I have Genie Plus within my ticket for the next 3 days. However, it's been so light this morning with crowds. I haven't needed to use it. All the times were immediately, and I was going to breakfast and other stuff. It's starting to pick up a little bit now as the skies are clearing. Still got some rain, but not nearly as bad. And I grabbed one for Space Mountain. So that is where we're going over. So current wait at Space Mountain is 45 minutes. We are using the Lightning Lane. let's go. And actually, the walk to this ride is longer than the ride itself. It's kind of upstairs as well. If you're used to Space Mountain at Disney World, this is very different. Firstly, 2 people sitting next to each other on this one. So there's your first big difference. So I can't record footage on this one. I will see you after. The older I get, the more I'm struggling with those rides. I don't feel good after riding Space Mountain. But I'm still glad I did it. All right, Buzz Lightyear. Astro Blasters has a 5-minute wait. So it's pretty close by. I can see it right now. Let's go do it.
Sir, must be stopped. Attention all Space Rangers. Report to
Finest robots and the secret weapon and flash.
Please.
That was literally a walk-on. Well, almost. Teeny tiny. I really need to give up on this game. That's one of my worst scores ever. All right, now it's time for something that I've always wanted to ride and never been able to. In September, it was closed for refurb. It's a classic. Apparently, it's going to shake me top to toe. It's the Matterhorn bobsleds. Don't ask me why I want my body to be abused. But I've just always wanted to ride it. It looked kind of fun, so we're going to give it a go. All right, it says it's a high-speed, turbulent roller coaster type ride that includes sharp turns and sudden drops and stops. Perfect. There it is, the Matterhorn. I don't know if I'm going to regret this. Oh my goodness! Mission accomplished. And there's a little bit of splashy water in there. It is jerky, it is bumpy. Even pulling into the station, there's a little bump. I'm glad I did it. I can feel it. My ribs are where I'm feeling the Matterhorn. Magic mirror, but it's not. But I have been finding treasures. For the last 6.5 weeks, I have been flying around the world. Now, it took me that long because I didn't have any pixie dust. But I started, I know, Wendy.
doesn't love to share.
I know, well, I started in London, as you can hear. You know, we sound very similar.
You do sound similar.
We do.
I'm surprised you say it sounds funny. He says it to me all the time.
Well, I would only say that to you because it's funny when it's to you, but I've been learning my manners and I wouldn't say that to people I haven't met.
Well, from London, I went to South Africa and I went on safari with wild animals.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And then I went to Thailand and tried lots of funny foods. You'd probably find them very funny. And then I went down into Malaysia and to Singapore, which is a fairly new country. And then I flew all the way across the ocean to Australia.
Oh yes, that's quite a journey.
Yeah.
Did you play with the
Australia
kangaroo?
to here?
I didn't see a
Oh,
kangaroo.
man.
I know.
It could be feisty like Tinkerbell.
And I know. And then I flew to Hawaii. You
How
know,
long did that take?
about 10 hours from Australia.
Oh, that's a lot of time.
I know. And then
10 hours.
And then I flew to here, and this is my last stop. So my question is,
Yes.
if I'd have had pixie dust or Peter, how fast could you fly around the world? It took me 6.5 weeks, but I think you could do it faster.
I think if I had enough pixie dust, I could fly all the way around the world in 10 hours.
In 10 hours?
All around the world. Yes, 10 hours.
Is that
I wouldn't
with
get distracted. I would never get distracted, Wendy. I wouldn't get distracted. Not if I had a mission. I had to accomplish my mission, and it would be a great adventure to go all around the world in 10 hours.
And then he sees something shiny, and then he finds treasure, and then he gets distracted, and then he plays games, and he has to hide it. I think it'd take me longer. At least 2 weeks.
fine. 2 weeks. Maybe if
I
I could
have
take more time.
no
with
idea.
that, 2 weeks we could enjoy everything. We could go together. Oh, sorry.
It's about the journey, Peter.
Okay, very good. Maybe 2 weeks
Okay.
then.
And another character just walking around. There's Jeannie, just having fun in Fantasyland. Unreal. Oh my goodness! When characters collide. Unbelievable! Hi, Geppetto. Are you serious right now? Genie, classic Mickey, Pluto, and Geppetto and Pinocchio went that way. What on earth is going on? They're everywhere. This is unbelievable. I can't believe it. That's what makes Disneyland different, because I haven't encountered that in Disney World, in Paris, anywhere else. The characters are just randomly walking around, and the rain has stopped enough that they can let them out. Unbelievable. Back to our earlier scheduled programming of rain all day. The umbrellas are up, the ponchos are out. Yep, Disneyland in the rain. So I saw parade ropes going up and I was like, oh, maybe have I made a mistake? I don't think so. I don't think the parade is going to happen at 3:30. So we are going to go ride Rise of the Resistance and go to Galaxy's Edge for a little bit. Galaxy's Edge in the rain. Hey ho, we're gonna go ride Rise of the Resistance because technology wise it's still one of the most sophisticated rides Disney has ever produced, and I might not be a massive Star Wars fan, but it's still a great ride. Watch out for the First Order over here. Don't think they like the rain either. Oh wow, look at that Boba Fett umbrella. That is cool.
A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer that is now headed to this system.
All recruits and transport. No need for safety here. It'll be a smooth ride.
Enemies of the First Order, we will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay.
You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you. And supervise your children. Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. It's at the end of the hallway. Turn right. Our ultimate join the resistance.
So it is a carbon copy. If I was at Hollywood Studios, I'd be walking down this way, heading towards Baseline Tap House and the Muppets. Here, it will bring me out in Frontierland. Crazy world. So Rise of the Resistance are very, very cool. I've made my way over to Critter Country because this rain won't let up, and I knew that's where the good treats are. So I picked up two. I picked up a Rice Krispie treat and a Ticker Tail, which is a marshmallow wand. And I'm just deciding what to do. The rain is easing up a bit. Winnie the Pooh ride is just over there. I'd really, really love to do that. I had a Lightning Lane book for Haunted Mansion. It went down. However, in that time, it's now come back up. So maybe Winnie the Pooh, and then we'll go over and do Haunted Mansion. All right, Winnie the Pooh. I got nearly to the front.
Okay, I'll get my...
And it broke down. So now we've worked our way around to Haunted Mansion, and we're going to do this. Although it's a very long line right now.
Awaken the spirits with your tambourine.
Okay, so all the food places are super busy. There's no walk-up availability. So I stopped at Bengal Barbecue, and what I have is Polynesian chicken skewer and a tiger tail. So this is like a twisty breadstick. This is like a Polynesian barbecue sweet sauce, and it will do for now. I've got to eat something proper today because breakfast has finally run out on my tummy at 4 o'clock. But this will fill a little hole for now. And with that, I was determined I was done for the day. Rain wasn't gonna lift, it wasn't looking good for fireworks. But then the weather cleared, so I thought I'd go over and just see if I could see fireworks. Stood there for an hour, the rain came down and I got projections. But what an incredibly magical day. Thank you for coming along with me and sharing in all that wonder. And I'll see you really soon in the next one. Take care.
Oh no, please, can't we go back to page 1 and do it all over again?
But Pooh, it's just another turn of the page. And I, for one, think what comes next will be